Let's talk about how to do Alibaba dropshipping the right way. I mean, folks talk about Alibaba dropshipping, but they have no idea how to really do things the proper way. Especially this year, you want to actually avoid certain mistakes when it comes to Alibaba dropshipping. So I'll be talking about all of this into this conversation. So here's the overview I want you to pay attention to. So let's first go back to the origins, so to speak. So what is Alibaba really? Let's talk quickly about that. So Alibaba really, the platform was founded by Jack Ma in 1999, so it's been a minute since this platform has been around. And so the Alibaba actually to AliExpress is actually another platform that Alibaba has, but Alibaba and AliExpress are part of the Alibaba group. So you have Taobao, other assets in the group. You have Tmall, you have AliExpress, and Alibaba.com. Those are the four main Chinese online marketplaces. So the thing is that when you think about Alibaba, I want you to think about an enormous user base, and they actually host millions of merchants and businesses. I'm talking about across all the four platforms. It's really important to understand that this is the major platform. So when you're thinking about doing dropshipping through Alibaba, you have access to a large market. Now, what's the difference between Alibaba and AliExpress? Now, Alibaba and AliExpress are sisters from the same parent company, Alibaba Group. However, both offer unique buying and selling experiences. Each has different features for different types of buyers and sellers. So when AliExpress dropshipping is really a cross-border B2C or retail marketplace that deals with individual customers like Amazon and eBay. It comes along with no order bracket and fixed prices, no negotiations. The platform provides faster delivery than Alibaba dropshipping. It also offers various services to enhance user experience, such as automatic translation to 18 languages, conversion to currencies from 51 countries, support from 38 local payment channels for secure payment and transaction, custom storefront for sellers, and buyer protection. And you also have the AliExpress University. So that's for AliExpress. What about Alibaba? Well, Alibaba is a B2B marketplace. So the minimum order cap allows it to receive bulk orders from other businesses at wholesale prices instead of attracting individual customers who are more likely to order a single unit. Okay. And so MOQ, minimum order quantity, is actually something you need to hear a lot when you are thinking about Alibaba, because Alibaba deals primarily with products that revolve around manufacturers, wholesalers, and traders. But we're talking about bulk orders. So Alibaba also provides services such as international logistics, onboarding support, Alibaba trade assurance, and product inspection and monitoring. Boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. Make yourself comfortable. You are going to enjoy today's conversation. Now let's talk about how to dropship with Alibaba this year. Alibaba dropshipping is really an excellent way to differentiate yourself from the competition. But the thing is, it's important to understand that you are going to do a little bit of research because you can find unique products and suppliers that are not listed elsewhere. Every dropshipping store's journey starts with choosing the right products. So in order to pick the right product from Alibaba, basically first choose the right dropshipping suppliers and product from Alibaba. So do some research around your niche. Think about the product quality, the product variety. Remember that people love hobbyist products. Okay, so you want to make sure that the product is diverse enough. You want to look for products with repeat purchases. I mean, I'm not just talking about repeat purchases around the year-end holidays, but I'm talking about repeat purchases all year long. So you want to have this consistency in terms of purchases so that you know that you have a steady stream of revenue. That's what you need, right? Because recurring revenue is the best part for any dropshipper. If you sell reordered products frequently, you can grow as you build a loyal customer base that often returns to purchase. So here are some of the benefits why repeat customers are better than new ones. Returning customers spend 67% more than new customers. The person making a repeat purchase is easier to convince. You can advertise a new product to them and see if they buy it. Depending on the industry you're in, it might cost you 5 to 25% more when signing a new customer when compared to a repeat customer. And repeat customers are loyal and do word of mouth marketing for you. So this is really important. You also want to pay attention to lightweight or small size products. So if you are going to dropship via Alibaba, make sure that you go after the smaller products. Don't go with bulk products. They are going to cost you a lot of cash. You don't want that. Boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about how to dropship, how to actually do Shopify dropshipping through Alibaba. You also want to pay attention to pricing. So when we talk about pricing, remember, when Alibaba, when doing dropshipping through Alibaba, you have to account for MOQ, minimum order quantities. So it's always important to really, let's say, factor that into the whole equation here. It's always easy to get stuck on pricing when launching a product. Your pricing should always cover up all your costs with an additional profit margin left for yourself. If you plan to set up your own online store for high-ticket dropshipping, make sure you can offer personalized customer service, pre-sale support, post-sale service, etc. But if you want to open a normal dropshipping store, the $50 to $300 price range is a sweet spot to maximize revenue without providing extensive pre-sale support. You also want to get products you can upsell and cross-sell. So if you're looking for products on Alibaba, make sure that you have this sort of flexibility. Selling a product with additional accessories is a fantastic way to increase profit margin. Suppose you are purchasing a smartphone from a retail store. You would preferably inquire in a number of online stores to find the best deal, right? But will you do the same to purchase a mobile cover? No, you won't. Instead, you will purchase the case from the same store without a second thought. So that's human psychology in place. Psychology in place. So this is the same thing you want to apply, the same strategy you want to apply when it comes to your Shopify store or your dropshipping store in general. And sell a product that is hard to find also. When you actually do some research on Alibaba, you want to go for products that are hard to find because, again, going back to what I said, you need to differentiate yourself. You can't just go after the same product that everybody's selling. If you do this, you are just another dropshipper in the market. And unless you have a good marketing or good customer service, you're not going to be able to do you're not going to last long. Also, you need to actually get into MAP pricing. So we're talking about MAP actually, which is minimum advertised pricing. And so you are basically like the MAP acts as a price flooring and allows resellers to price their products at or above it. Okay. So the price flooring prevents frequent price wars, especially for dropshipping products. It helps ensure that merchants can make a reasonable profit by carrying a manufacturer product. So be careful there. So when we talk about doing dropshipping via Alibaba, pay attention to integrating Alibaba with Shopify. Okay, this is an important element for you to really do. So it's a pretty straightforward process though. Number one, you want to visit Alibaba.com. So sign in with your account. So this is really pretty straightforward, nothing complicated here. They'll send you an email and you have to confirm that this is your email. You have to click on the link and so you can just confirm the email, not a problem. Then you start your search for suppliers. So go back to Alibaba and you want to type in the name of the product or keyword in the search bar to find products you want to sell. You can then choose among the options in the left sidebar to hone in on suitable supplier. So again, what is a suitable supplier? Well, you will see a couple of filters around the suppliers. You will see verified mark, trade assurance, ready to ship inventory, fast dispatch. So again, those elements are there to help you basically decide which one is best for you. Suppliers who actually fulfill this criteria are the good ones. Number three, you want to compile a list of potential suppliers. So finding the right suppliers is a fantastic milestone already. So make sure that you are able to, you want your supplier to have the proper inventory for you. So basically you want to actually stay away from suppliers who are not able to meet your verification requirements, who lack inventory or capacity to take on bulk orders, who have questionable terms, or they just deny to negotiate. So if you have those things, just stay away from those suppliers. So you want to actually constantly compile a list of potential suppliers who actually abide by your business requirements. So you want to have a supplier who sells the product you want to sell, offers a minimum order quantity of 1, offers affordable pricing, provides trade assurance, is open for negotiations, and has good reviews, right? I mean, the supplier has to have skin in the game. It is what it is. You have to have skin in the game. The next thing you want to do is to contact suppliers. So once you have 5 to 10 suppliers on your list, it's time to contact them. You can either send your inquiry by clicking on the contact supplier button, as basically shown on the image on the screen right now. And then you also need to send your message to the supplier. So this is kind of cool. So you need to actually initiate the conversation. This is really important. You need to initiate the conversation ASAP. Boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about how to do Shopify dropshipping with Alibaba this year. The next thing you need to think about here is to think about the payment methods. So basically, Alibaba uses they have 4 payment methods. You have bank transfer. You have Alibaba trade assurance, escrow, for instance. You need to think about credit debit cards. You need to have PayPal. And the thing is that you have to think about what really works for you, right? So Alibaba trade assurance, for example, will actually pay the supplier only when the buyer confirms satisfactory delivery of the products. So this is an important element to think about. And what I want to say also is that you also want to import products from Alibaba to your Shopify store with, you can use Importify, for example. Importify is a dropshipping app that allows you to find a variety of products from various wholesale marketplaces and manufacturers globally, add them to your Shopify store, and sell them online. So you need to have a way to actually automate this part of the whole thing. And but you need to also pay attention to how your Shopify store performs in terms of the product you are importing. Okay, but it's always great to actually have a plugin to kind of help you out. And if you want to go with Importify, for example, just go to the Shopify app store and search for Importify and click on Add App to add it to your store. So this is kind of cool. And Importify Premium plan is actually the most recommended plan to begin your dropshipping business. You also need the next thing you want to do if you want to start dropshipping via Alibaba. You want to select product to import. So this is where you basically are getting your products from Alibaba, and you can get it directly or you can get it through an app such as Importify. And so what happens here is that you are able to see exactly the types of products you are interested in. You can see here that on the screen right now, the screen says add. You want to add the specific product to your Shopify store, and this is kind of cool. So this is really good. Step number 8, you need to add product to your Shopify. So you need to add your Shopify, add to your Shopify button to add the product to your store. What I want to say here is that, and again, you can use Importify, you can use Doba, you can use, you have a lot of plugins. You can use Spocket, you can use Deezers to actually do this thing. Okay, this is totally possible, but you need to use the plugin to find products, and then you need to add them to your Shopify store. Okay, and then you customize your product details. This is kind of cool. Also, you need to customize your product details because the description you get from the supplier may not be suitable for your specific audience. So you have to do a little bit of tweaking here to make sure you have the right you can strike the right balance. Let's talk about the pros and cons of using Alibaba, because it's important to really understand if you want to think about Alibaba dropshipping, you have to know the pros and cons. And so the pros, you have low manufacturing cost, you have product varieties, you have verified suppliers, you have negotiable prices, and you have trade assurance program or trade assurance protection. Let me quickly talk about this in details. So when we talk about low manufacturing costs in Asia are competitively low, giving you a great chance to find a product for your e-commerce store with a high product profit margin. In terms of, you have product varieties, so it's not hard to find a product on Alibaba that comes to mind while dropshipping. You have verified suppliers, so you have an extensive database of verified suppliers from around the world to fulfill your order requirements without getting stuck. You have negotiable skills. You negotiable prices. So unlike other dropshipping platforms, Alibaba allows you to negotiate product prices with suppliers and find the best deal. You also have trade assurance program, trade assurance protection. If there's a conflict between you and your supplier, Alibaba acts as a mediator to resolve the issue in the best way possible. So what about the cons here? Let's talk about the cons. So you have longer shipping time. This is really something to really think about. And you also have a complicated return process. So despite the trade assurance that Alibaba provides, it has a lengthy return process which might take months and a lot of documentation to resolve. So is it really safe to use Alibaba? Yes, the question is yes. So basically, you have to pay attention to, you gotta ask yourself, first of all, the platform is part of the big Alibaba group. So you have to find a way to actually make sure that you are basically, in terms of safety and security, no problem. The platform is legit, that's for sure. And so you gotta really think about whether or not the products you're getting from Alibaba are actually adding value to your target audience. Because remember, Alibaba is a B2B platform, but you can find B2C products on there as well. As a matter of fact, people use Alibaba for all kinds of reasons, including B2C sort of platforms. And so you got to ask yourself, do you have the right products on the platform? If yes, okay. Does the product really have a great supplier? Like have a list of reliable suppliers? Yes. Okay. Can you place an order with that supplier? Yes. And also you want to look at the responsiveness of the supplier. Some suppliers are very responsive, others don't really care. And if you have a supplier who doesn't care, then you really need to calibrate your expectations to the bottom, because dropshipping in general, and especially dropshipping via Alibaba, is a long-term game. It is a commitment. So you got to commit yourself. So if you think that somebody is not really in it for now, then it's just you need to actually think about what your solution should be. But overall, you have the ability to dropship, to actually do Shopify dropshipping via Alibaba in a very streamlined way, as long as you actually have the right tools and foundation ready. Yeah, the beginning might be a little difficult. Like you need to think about how to set up all these things. But once everything is fine, once everything is 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now, 1 year from now, everything will be fine, and you can certainly start. So you can certainly start choosing Alibaba or AliExpress or another player for your dropshipping database. So it is what it is. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. And I want to quickly remind you that I just spoke to you about how to do dropshipping with Alibaba. And I explained to you what Alibaba is in the overview. And also I explained to you step by step what to do if you want to dropship via Alibaba. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.